Good late Sunday evening. I'm certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this November 11th of 2018. It's been a calm Veterans Day overall. Plenty of cloud cover throughout the morning and into the afternoon. Rain chances have picked up as our next wave really kicks into gear. And once the colder air starts working in, that is when we will see our rain chances switch over to snow as we work into your Monday. Let's go to the graphics. The time lapse from across Indigo Sky Casino just outside of Seneca, Missouri today showed how most of the area fared overall. Mostly cloudy skies to start the day out. Then as we went into the afternoon, no rain hovered around Seneca at that time, but we did see some areas of rain begin to develop ever since we got into the late afternoon and especially this evening. With the colder air working in, though, it won't be long before this turns wintry around here. Well, that's why we have winter weather advisories for everybody across the entire area as late as 3 o'clock going into Tuesday morning. So that shows you that this wave still has a ways to go before this finally all moves on out, and has a few more tricks up its sleeves before it finally moves on out. Throughout the course of the afternoon, late afternoon into this evening, the Skywatch Storm Tracker showed temperatures that are warm enough at the surface and upstairs throughout the atmosphere, just leading to light to moderate rain across a good portion of the area, especially on the Kansas and Missouri side. The rain not making it south of the Miami exit along the Oklahoma Turnpike yet, but this area of rain and precipitation will continue to overtake the area, and as the colder air follows suit, we will see the entire area switch over to snow as we go into Monday. 7th and range line looking quiet but cloudy over the east side of Joplin. 49 degrees, the official high today in Joplin after we started at 33 this morning. Still below the norms of 40 for an average low and 61 for an average high, but thankfully this time around the record of 81 in 1949 and the record low of 19 set back in 1950. Those records remain intact for yet another year. 42 in Joplin at about 9:45 with a northeast breeze at 8. It makes it feel like it's 37 degrees outside. A few spots in terms of actual air temperatures are sitting mainly in the upper 30s around Yates Center, Iola, and Chanute, while the rest of us have been slowly dropping back into the lower to middle 40s throughout the course of this evening. When you factor in that breeze, though, it feels about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than that. It feels like the middle to upper 30s all across the board. The Skywatch Storm Tracker, from a broader perspective, we actually start with another look at the region overall. It's been rain so far with this wave starting to make its approach, but you can see that snow line finally beginning to press south over Interstate 70 and finally encroaching the Wichita metro around Hutchinson especially, and especially over areas near Pratt, west of Sedgwick County. There's more snow where that came from. We can see snow across north central Kansas, western Kansas, down through the panhandles of Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico, all because of this upper-level wave getting its act together and finally starting to progress to the east. Along with that, we have this surface front, this cold front passing through as well. That's going to usher in the colder air. That's what will allow the rain chances that we'll have to start the overnight out to switch over to snow. Let's go over to future track forecast for the rest of the night. The future track may look a little calm by midnight and going into the early morning, but don't let that deceive you. We will have periods of light rain or drizzle start to switch over to light snow as the morning drive gets underway. But notice how we went from early midnight highs around 39, 40 degrees. We dropped into the lower to middle 30s for Monday morning, and we just stay in the 30s all day long as we have these periods of moderate and sometimes heavy snow working through as the brunt of this wave passes on through. You see what it does with temperatures. We could even be dropping back into the 20s by the time we get into the afternoon. So we're looking at a pretty cold day overall with periods of moderate and sometimes heavy snow underneath plenty of cloudy skies. 34 by 7 o'clock as we get our Monday morning started. 32 by lunchtime. Afternoon temperatures will drop into the upper 20s, especially by 3 or 4 o'clock. And we'll definitely be at least in the middle, if not lower 20s, as we get your Monday evening underway. You can see how the future track wants the brunt of the snow chances out of here by the start of Monday evening, but I still want to hold on to at least some snow flurries around the area, and I would not be surprised if there was a little bit of freezing drizzle too, so that could make things a little slick if we can get the freezing drizzle to come to pass. If not, the snow enough will cause issues with the roads enough already. As far as how much snow to expect, this is what we're going with. The snow tracker pretty much on par with what Doug and I and the rest of the Skywatch weather team are thinking. we'll go with area-wide averages of 2 to 4 inches of snow. This is not just for one city or the other. This is for the entire area in general. But I will not be surprised, depending on where the heavier bands of snow might want to set up. Some spots could see over 4 inches of snow, so we certainly don't want to discount that until we get these snow chances out of here late Monday night and going into Tuesday morning. Speaking of Tuesday morning, look at how cold it gets. With the snowpack expected to be on the ground, that will certainly have an impact on temperatures. We'll start in the mid-teens for Tuesday morning, and it may be a bit of a struggle to get to 30 degrees for Tuesday afternoon. So to break down the system once again before we get to your 7-day forecast, it's rain chances to start the overnight out. Then we'll see that rain-snow mix work in, and then it'll be cold enough for all of your Monday, really, for any precip from the sky to fall as snow. With colder air and colder ground temperatures to work with, the snow will stick this time around compared to the last bout of snow we had back in the middle of last week. And again, snow amounts, area-wide, 2 to 4 inches expected, with some isolated higher amounts possible, maybe pushing 4.5, maybe 5 inches. 16 Tuesday morning will start at 30 degrees, actually top out at 30 degrees for Tuesday afternoon. Mid-teens again Wednesday morning, but then we're back above freezing Wednesday afternoon with highs through 39. Thankfully, with 40s and 50s, we'll continue to melt away any snow that we see over the next 36 hours. And hopefully, we'll keep things quiet overall for next weekend as that decides to roll around. Have a good night. Have a great Monday, and let's be careful on the roads with these snow chances coming through.